and walkabout. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the video. Today, we're going to be talking about a few things. One, wage theft, because let's just say I've had experience with it. Um, and I'm going to tell you guys how I dealt with it and how you should deal with it. First off, do me a favor. Again, watch, like, subscribe, and comment down below. And and if you guys are checking out my video from last night, yes, I took them down because, for honestly, guys, I was having so much issues with my phone. I don't know what was going on, or was the app or something. I hope you guys are listening to this or hearing me. It was annoying, downright annoying, but don't worry. I'm pretty sure I fixed it. At least I hope so. Apparently there was some kind of update that it needed, and I was like, why did it do it automatically? I set it to automatic, whatever. So tonight I'm gonna be trying to redo that video, and yes, it's gonna be for us, my significant other, my dear Valkyrie. I love you, honey. Anyway, and mind you, now we are at 1,700. Thank you very much, guys. Let's see if we can hit that. Let's see if we can hit that number higher and higher. Hit that mountain higher, and that might actually be part of the retro. I might actually put that on the list because that's actually a good song. I like that song. Anyway. So we're gonna be talking about well, like I said, we were gonna be talking specifically about wage theft, or the components of it. So the reason I'm mentioning it at all is because I had a conversation with a buddy of mine, and he goes, "What was the worst job you've ever had?" And I said, "Oh, damn." He goes, "Well, you used to work at McDonald's," and I'm like, "Yeah, but that one actually was pretty cool, pretty decent." The worst job I've ever had was definitely fired. Let's just put it this way: it was a pizzeria. I'm not gonna say what pizzeria because honestly, I don't want to get doxxed. But it was a pizzeria, and it was one of those custom pizza joints. I don't really not gonna tell you what kind of. You probably know. If you know, I accidentally almost said the first word for it, so I'm like, my bad. Point is, it's one of those pizza joints that you can make your own pizza, and it's basically a personal pizza, and it's pretty big. I mean, I can chow it down. It's about the size of like a DiGiorno pizza. I can scarf it down by myself, but that's just me. Mind you, that depends on whether I'm hungry or just I feel a little peckish. You know, there's a difference. So oh, right. When I was working there, right, I had a manager. Biggest thing I hated about it was the fact that the manager was no, sorry, not a manager. He was the owner. I apologize. He was one of the owners. And mind you, the owners, both of them, were really irritating. And yes, there were two owners. They were really irritating. And the part that irritated me about them was every time they came in, they were nitpicky about everything. Like the way you put on the sauce. And I'm like, dude, it's sauce. As long as it looks nice and it looks good enough to eat, do you really care what it really truly looks like? And he goes, yes, its presentation has to be perfect. And I'm like, dude, I'm trying to do this on a fucking assembly line. I've had days where I had to do 100 pizzas or more, and this guy wanted me to make the best pie I have ever done in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. if you haven't already. Anyway, so the part that irritated the hell out of me was, honestly, between you and me, it was definitely the condescension of them telling us that we needed to do it their way or the highway. I'm like, dude, it's not that complicated. It's not that deep. We know how to make a pizza. It's not that hard. Stretch out the dough enough, spread the sauce, cheese, and toppings. Done, done, done. Apparently, this guy thought it was fucking rocket science. He definitely treated it like fucking rocket science. Anyway, so I stopped giving him shit. You know, I let him do his thing because he was the owner. But when he left, I just did my thing. I knew what I was doing. I knew how to handle the pizza. My GM, my general manager, had no issues with me, aside from a few times where I had to speed up the line, which is understandable. Hell, I still have that problem now where I work, but it's not as bad as it used to be. Hi, how's it going? Thank you very much for checking out my videos. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel. Anyway, so why am I bringing up wage theft? Well, a couple of things that I didn't like about what they were doing was I worked almost 12 hours a day, right? 12 hours a day, and most of the time, I barely got, I'd say, half of what I got now, which isn't much right now, but back in those days, the most I've ever gotten is like $400, $500. I'm like, holy shit, I got 500. That's a good day. Well, apparently, I found out why that was the case. I found out that, ladies and gentlemen, that they were skimming off our tips. Mind you, a lot of them were electronic tips. They were skimming off of them. They were basically taking money out of our accounts. And I found out later that we had another practice that I felt like was kind of illegal, not illegal, but like low key legal, but at the same time kind of scummy, where they had me put in how much I got that same night. Like if I had $2, $3, whatever, they told me you need to claim them because it shows on the record. Basically saying that those cash tips, they were paying to me. They were basically double dipping in a way. In a fucked up legal kind of way. They were basically double dipping. They were taking the tips out of my account. They were also taking the money out of my account doubly because they were taking it. They were saying, "Oh, you claimed this already, so you don't need this." So I take it out of your account, your check. Ladies and gentlemen, it was ridiculous. So, ladies and gentlemen, if anybody out there is gonna tell you, "Hey, you gotta claim it on here before you get paid," it's a red flag because they're gonna try to double dip you. They're gonna try to double dip into taking your money. You literally are, mind you, like I said, I was working 12 hours a day, like 11 to almost 10 to 9 hours, 9 hours roughly a day, mind you. And most of the time I got like 40 to 50 hours. Mind you, they only paid me for roughly 15 to 20 hours. That was literally what they were trying to do for me. And the problem was I couldn't say anything because technically I said 20 to 50 hours. But they were only giving me 20 hours or so on the books. And then, mind you, I clocked in for every time I worked. So But according to them, they skewed it just enough where they made it look like I was just under the threshold. So again, be very careful. Be very careful, guys, out there, because they will try to take your money, and they have, unfortunately, on me. Luckily for me, they're the shadow of their use. One of their owners got arrested. I'm not going to say why. Would love to tell you why, but if you guys ever see my other videos, I've told you already. I'm not going to hash that already. But yeah, he got arrested, and now he is. Let's just put it this way, guys. It couldn't have happened to a more douchier guy. Honestly, between you and me. And I'm happy that justice actually has an expiration date, because this motherfucker, if he's not careful, he will expire there. He will expire there, and not through natural bonds, I'll tell you. Anyway, thank you for checking out my videos. I hope you guys hear and see this. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This is your friendly neighborhood gamer Djinn Candor, wishing you love, luck, happiness, and plenty of. Be safe, guys. If you guys want to see more of me, check me out later. I'm going to be doing another video tonight, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Be safe, take care, and keep an eye on who's giving you money, because they might be taking it just as hard as they're giving it to you. Be safe out there, guys.